I don't think no one is going to be exempt not to spend. The thing is, if you're going to be spending, be alert, being aware. Hi, welcome to my channel. I am Frank Guiñiguez, the ambassador of reading, and today's topic is a great topic. It goes with what is happening today around the world. We are in 2020. The topic is Program to Spend, the downfall of the century. It's a downfall. It's been happening forever and ever. Let me tell you, let's go back to Coca-Cola when it started. It started way back when in 1890 something, 92 or 96. It started way back then. And then you have to ask yourself, how is it that Coca-Cola is known around the world? Well, maybe they had very good flyers, and maybe they were discovering that if they put Coca-Cola in a certain part of the store, people would buy it. And so as the years go by, Coca-Cola did something very smart, very intelligent. What they did is they got to study the human being, what ages do they do certain stuff, and as they get older, what do they do and how do they do it? Well, one of the things that Coca-Cola did is hire very good-looking people like me, or maybe a beautiful young lady, and they got us to hold a Coca-Cola. So now the people, there's this thing called subliminal messages. They're sending in messages such as, if you hold a Coca-Cola, hey, I can hold a Coca-Cola, I'm going to be as good looking as you, or I'm going to be the way you are. And so they started doing something very, very smart, very intelligent. They were learning how the human being was thinking, and they were discovering the best way to put a Coca-Cola in their hand. And that's how Coca-Cola got to be known around the world. Now that was Coca-Cola. Other companies are watching, what is Coca-Cola doing that is working for them? Someone like McDonald's or Walmart or any of the big ones, they're like, hey, if it worked for them, it's gonna work for us. So what did they do? They started discovering what people do, where do they spend, how do they spend it, at what age, everything. So we the people of this planet are at a disadvantage because we don't go out there and study them. We don't even study ourselves. And so we're at the mercy. And if you're not in awareness, if you're not conscious of what you are doing, then they have a big number on you. And let's continue on. Right now we are in 2020 and the whole world is in quarantine. The whole world is locked up. And for the first time, maybe for millions and millions of people, they're going to order something for the very first time online with their phone or their computer. And they're going to discover how to buy stuff through the phone or through the computer. And that's why I called it Program to Spend. I think we are being programmed by the millions. Everyone has their own choice to think whatever they want to think. I just took it upon me, and I'm hanging out with my son, and he gave me that phrase, my son Nicholas, you know what, Dad? Buying stuff is a thirst that can never be quenched. And I was like, oh my goodness, that's scary. And it's going to get even a little bit more scarier if you're paying attention and you're hanging around our channel. You know good stuff is coming up. Now, as we are in this quarantine, check this out. It's not going to be 3 weeks. It's not going to be 4 weeks. We don't know how long it's going to be. Well, when I was going to the university to get my education degree, I got to read some psychology books. And in those psychology books or personal growth books, which I love to read, they say that it takes 21 days to create a habit. 21 days. We're going to be past 21 days. So a lot of people are going to be creating the habit of spending on the phone, spending through the phone or through the computer. And so I think we're being programmed to spend. Now, fine, I don't think no one is going to be exempt not to spend. The thing is, if you're going to be spending, be alert, be in awareness. Look at your statements. And I'm going to tell you a short story about my dentist. I went to the dentist this year. My dentist is a wonderful dentist. I love my dentist. He did some wonderful work on my teeth. I love my teeth. Anyway, I went and I got a bill for $680. Well, I paid it with a Visa. When I got my statement in the mail, I looked at it, yeah, mail, because a lot of people send them through the phone now. Everything's going to be different. Anyway, I looked at it and it said 682 times. So I called the Visa and they said, and I asked them, hey, why am I being charged 682 times? They said, we don't know. The dentist billed us. We paid him. So I called the dentist and I said, hey, you charged me 682 times. And at the office, they told me, no, we only charged you once. I said, folks, figure it out. One of you charged me 680 extra. Please figure it out. Of course, they figured it out. Oh, we're so sorry, Mr. Iniguez. We'll reverse the charge on your credit card. Now, that's me. And I don't usually look at my statement. I usually grab the money, pay it in full, and I'm done. I looked at it. Thank goodness that I looked at it. Many people don't look at their statement. And something like 680, if they were to pay just regular payments and allowed it to go through until they were finished, it could turn out to be $1,800, $2,000 on those 680. And you might be thinking, it's only 680. Maybe you're saying that, I don't know. But imagine 1 million people with 680. That's $680 million. It's a lot of money. So, and it's maybe it's happened to you. Maybe you know what I'm talking about, where you get your statement and it's like, I didn't charge that. I didn't buy that. And then you have to call them for them to return something that it shouldn't have taken place. So now that you know that I think we're being programmed to spend. We've always been programmed to spend. From a long time ago, we've been programmed to spend. Be wise, be in awareness, be conscientious of your statement, and teach it to your kids. Teach it to your kids so they know as they get older, they need to be in awareness of what's going on with their statement. If they're not, then they're going to end up paying money that they shouldn't have been paying for. You know, there's new titles at the university. It's called network marketing. And you know what they do? They learn about the human being and what's the best way to sell to different ages, different stages of their life. What do they like to buy? What do they like to buy? What do they like to do? What do they like to do? And so they set up the program and they put it out. And guess what? They get wonderful, wonderful results. People spend a lot of money where maybe they weren't going to spend it, but the network marketers, they're awesome. So they are going to get your money. Out there, they're fighting. I'm gonna catch this one. I'm going to catch this one. They're all fighting for our dollars. Now, think needs or wants. There's a video that I have. It's called Pay Your Debt and Be Happy. Look at it. It relates to this because if you don't have much debt, chances are you're going to have a lot of freedom in your head. You're going to be happier. You don't have debt. But there's a lot of people that have not one credit card, not two, but they have 10 credit cards, 11, 12, 15 credit cards. And they're just juggling, constantly juggling. So be in awareness, be in awareness of your statements and teach it to your children. At this time, where we're at in 2020, I think someone's taking advantage of programming the majority of the people, I can't say all the people, but the majority of the people to spend. The downfall of the century. So I'm going to review just really quickly as to what happened in the video. So programmed to spend, the downfall of the century. And as my son said, my son Nicholas, buying stuff is a thirst that can never be quenched. Wow, that alone is like, oh, wow, that's tough. Coca-Cola and how they got to be famous worldwide because they have wonderful commercials and they had an awesome team knowing and learning about the human being and how we act and how we go about buying things. Other companies, well, others jumped in. All the companies in the world that are very successful, they are constantly learning about the human being, how we go about our things, daily things, minute by minute. We all know what's happening in 2020 with the quarantine and COVID-19. It's a wonderful time to be programmed. We're all locked in. A lot of the people are... I could only imagine how people are on the phones, on the computer, everybody to themselves. I don't know if they're sharing any family time, which you might want to do. It takes 21 days to create a habit. It's in the psychology books that I got to read. It's in the personal growth books that I got to read. It's in there. Guys, it doesn't take a long time to create a habit. You just got to constantly do it every day. Guess what? We're home every day. And guess what? A lot of people for the first time are ordering online. Your statement, check your statement. I know $680 is not a lot of money to a lot of people, but $600 is a lot. $680 is a lot of money when you pay it in the time that they allow you to pay it in. It's anywhere between $1,800 and $2,000 plus. Learn and teach your kids about reading statements. It's very important. I mean, they grow up, and I don't think many parents take their time to say, hey, this is what you're going to pay in interest. This is what you're going to pay if you take this long. I don't think many parents take the time. Take the time. New titles in the university, network marketing. And what do? They learn about the human being and what's the best way to sell them at the different stages of their life. So yeah, think about your needs and your wants. Everyone has needs. If it's a need, go ahead and get it. If it's a want, well, we all have wants. I'd like to get some wants too. However, being awareness, what is it, a need or a want? And if you're in awareness and if it's a want and you still get it, fine. At least you're in awareness. Now, you know how I mentioned my other video, Pay Off Your Debt and Be Happy? We're going to leave a link someplace here. It talks about getting rid of your debt and being a lot happier by not having to worry month after month about 10, 15 bills. Look at it. I think you're going to love that video. Find the link someplace here and go watch it. Very well. Till next time, your friend, the ambassador of reading, Frank Iñiguez, wishing you well today and always, knowing that you will find and get what you are looking for. Thank you for watching our channel, and congratulations for making it here, where we give information that benefits the individual that's watching and their loved ones. I invite you to subscribe and be part of our channel, set the notifications, and watch the new videos. Thank you and welcome.